Hi folks, I'm Dave Keys, and welcome back to session 5 of Live at the Keyesland House of Blues and Boogie. Those of you that might be new to the House of B&B, what I'll do is I'll play a song, performance, and then I'll break it down. I'll slow it down, I'll show you what I'm playing, how I'm playing it, with the help of my trusty overhead camera over here. And you can see what I'm doing, and I'll give you some tips, and we'll have some fun, all right? So today we're going to go down to New Orleans, actually. It's a tune of mine I wrote a long time ago after being inspired by the great piano players, Professor Longhair, Mac Rebenak, and countless other musicians who I'll name at the end of the tune. So I hope you enjoy it. Here we go. To the guys I love, tickling the ivories with that old velvet glove. When the Fess is making house calls, we get a sign from above. Oh, give me Fess and the doctor all night long. Fess and the doctor all night long. Warm and rockin', open the door, I hear heaven knocking. Give me Fess and the doctor all night long. See old Davey acting crazy, himself needs wind today. Oh, I work too hard and I think too much, I wanna hear that music play. Ain't that the truth? And I can smell that gumbo 20 miles away. Oh, give me Fess and the doctor all night long. Give me Fess and the doctor all night long. See them hands, mama, warm and rockin'. Open the door, I hear heaven knocking. Give me Fess and the doctor all night long. Baby, when I die, I go to the sky, just one thing I can see. I see St. Peter at the pearly gates. I said, Pedro, I want to hear that music play. And there'll be Fess and Bird, Satchmo and Press, Benny and Teddy, the Duke and the Count, the King, the Father, Toots, Lady Day, Vance, Tater Booker, yeah. They're gonna blow my blues away, that's right. Oh, give me Fess and the doctor all night long. Give me Fess and the doctor all night long. See them hands, mama, warm and rockin'. Open the door, I hear heaven knocking. Give me Fess and the doctor all night long. Give me Fess and the doctor all night long. Oh, give me Fess and the doctor all night long. the Fess and the Doctor. Yeah, that's a trip playing something in E flat and having to turn your face to get the mic. I have to say, I didn't think much about that, but okay. So let's slow it down a little bit and see what I was doing. First of all, let's look at the left hand, because the left hand is pretty straight ahead. And in A flat, I always have to remember to slow down here. You know, there's different variations that you could do. It's one I like. So that's the left hand basically. I keep the left hand simple in this tune in particular because it's in E flat. You know, there are different challenges that you have. I play a lot more C, G, F, things like that. But particularly for some of the New Orleans patterns that are going on in the right hand, I like to keep it simple in the left. So let's look at what's going on in the right hand. There's certain figures that I'll play sometimes. I call them linchpins, whatever you want to call them. But they're things that are your sort of your bread and butter. You start there and you work from there. One of the New Orleans figures I like is this. So what that is, that's in E flat. You're starting on the third, and you roll up to the fifth. That's the beginning of Tipitina. You might recognize that. But the essence of this tune is taking, you know, from the rich New Orleans history. You know, I had the great privilege of seeing Professor Long here on his Crawfish Fiesta tour. It's probably mid-70, maybe 77, 78, at a little club called Jonathan Swift's in Boston. In Cambridge, actually, Cambridge, Mass. And that's where all this, you know, I mean, he kind of crystallized stuff for me in terms of my early influences, in terms of the New Orleans stuff. And then I saw Dr. John used to open up for him all the time at the old Lone Star Cafe, and Mac was just always around. And he was always playing, you know, it was great, and you could talk to him really easily. So, but anyway, so here's this figure. That might be something that I would play. So let me slow it down a little more and we'll talk through it. So actually this figure is played from the 5 chord as you're going to the 1 chord. At the end of the 12th bar in a 12 bar. So coming where I play this is, so this is bar 11. I play the 1, 4, 1. So the 12th bar is all B flats. And in this case, what I'm playing, I'm not playing a straight B flat. Normally you can play a 7th, but also what I'm doing is I'm raising what's called the 5th. Okay, the 5th tone, the 5th in B flat, root, 3rd, 5th, sharp 5 is this. It's a great sound. You hear it a lot in New Orleans music in particular. But so then I'm gonna play that figure that I showed you. So on that B flat bar. So it's keep coming back to Tipatina because, you know, that's where this tune comes from. You know, the introductory figure that I play into the tune is... So that's where the tune starts for me. And the improvisation really comes out of that foundation. So what this is with the fifth on the bottom, you're just kind of rolling. And what I'm doing is you're actually going up to the A flat. It's kind of like, except you're not playing it in the left hand, you're just pedaling your figure, pedaling meaning you keep the same figure going. I'm not sure if that's what it means exactly, but that's what I'm doing. That's what I call it in this case. So if you just had the octaves, it would be this. But what I add to it is the third, the root, and then the A flat, because I'm applying the A flat chord, I'm going to throw in the E flat note here. So, and there are these kind of, you hear this stuff constantly in New Orleans playing. A lot of trills, a lot of really subtle movements that happen. So there's a lot of these sort of inner, really just got to experiment with them. That's what would be in E flat. This is what would be in E flat. And it's hard to slow these down and play them, but I'm going to try just so. And then other stuff comes out. So there's all kinds of things that you can do. But using that, I like to keep my hand, my right hand, with the root, the bottom note being the fifth, and the top note being the fifth. And then whatever happens in the middle, and it gives it a lot of fun. It's a you really just got to experiment with this. There's such little nuanced stuff. But one of the riffs, for example, I'll play in this E flat, it's almost like a C minor chord. I mean, there's relationships between E flat, the minor, the C minor is the sixth. So, but the figures that I find that I can use is you're playing basically, if you're playing an E flat, you can take the C minor and use that as your foundation for some of the licks that you are playing also, in addition to this business. So you have a those are all things that I would play in a, if I was playing a minor blues. When I did Stones in My Passway, I think it was last week, I think we touched on some of this stuff. So, but in this case, really in almost any key, but it's the pentatonic again, because it's the sixth in E flat. But you're playing, I think of it as a C minor, because I can see the notes easier. It's a C minor chord. It's also an E flat 6 chord if you look at it with the E flat on the bottom. But what's more important is the notes and the way that you're going to position your hand helps to set you up for some of the figures that you're going to play. So you have something like this. That's a common New Orleans kind of trill that I like to do. So there, what I did was the sixth. I talked about the walking sixth last week, I think. So what I'm doing in the left hand is going. It's a great climb up to the 4, but you have this what's called contrary motion, which is one hand is going up and the top hand is going down. Very cool. You know, and I'm only playing three notes there, but it has a sound. It fills things out really cool. So another thing that I find I play a lot in when I'm playing this kind of figure, because a lot of triplets. Music, one of the great things about it, there's such a rhythmic thing going. There's such a pulse going, and the pulse is so strong that it enables you to really mess with it too, which is great. So you can take it out, you know. That's a little taste of New Orleans, the Fess and the Doctor. I hope you enjoy it. Hope we'll see you next Monday. Hope to see you then. And don't forget to like me at Dave Keys Music. Let me know what you'd like to hear too. You know, if there's something that I'm missing, I'm trying to mix it up a little bit. Some boogie, some blues, some slow blues, some New Orleans. Maybe hit some gospel next week. But keep on checking things out, and above all, stay safe, folks. We'll see you soon. Thank you.